Hey guys, welcome to another video. Thanks for joining today. Today I'm going to do a video talking about my 2024 running year in review. As you'll see, I'm a little late. We're a little late getting done our Christmas decorations. Today is January 5th. We actually leave them up through the 7th because my wife is of Ukrainian heritage and they celebrate Christmas on January 7th. But so I wanted to talk a little bit about my year. It was actually a pretty down year as far as overall mileage goes. I ended up with 912 miles of running and 914 miles of running and 988 miles of walking. Over the last years, I have definitely incorporated meaningful walking as a good bit of my training, but this is the first time I've ever actually had more walking than running. And it's the first time I can remember in probably 10 years or more where I didn't have at least 1,000 miles running. So it was definitely down there. As I started looking back on it, I've definitely, like right now, I'm suffering with some low back pain, and I've had trouble with that over the years. Usually I'm able to do some exercises, it gets better, and it's short-lived. I didn't realize that I've definitely been struggling with it the last 6 weeks or so, a lot, and it hasn't been getting better. But I have had it quite a bit this year when I look back on my race results. So I'm definitely, that's going to be one of my focuses this next year is to get stronger, to get my back working better. So that's one of the goals there. It wasn't all bad though, and I wanted to talk about some of the races I ran and some of the things that I did accomplish. This year did include some really nice trips I enjoyed. My son was working at a scout ranch up in Minnesota throughout the summer. We went up in late May and spent a few weeks up in Minnesota, and it was beautiful. Spent a week. Then we went during one of the races I did in August, where I went to Wisconsin and ran the Badger 100. So we spent a good week in Wisconsin. That was beautiful. And then in December we went to England and visited my wife's brother, which was very pleasant. We were there for 8 or 9 days. So had some nice trips this year. Had some good time with family. Not all bad in that respect. As far as running goes, the year began. I actually finished 2020 at the end of 2023. I started the Snowdrop 55-hour race. It finished on January 1st of 2024, so I'm actually counting that as a race finished in 2024 because I finished it then. I ended up getting to 100 miles, so that was a good thing. The next race that I did, I had a lot of problems with blisters at that race, but was able to work through it, especially with the help of the medical tent at the Snowdrop race. They did a phenomenal job, and I was able to get to the finish. The next race I did was the Full Circle Trail Race. I did a half marathon. It was at the Leela Center in Louisville, Texas. I actually only on my watch showed 12.87 miles, but it was a great race. They had to modify the course a lot because a lot of it was flooded, but I was able to run that. It was fun. I really enjoyed the race. I may go back again this year. Then on 420, I went to Earth Day Buckle Mania. I did the 24-hour race. That's an interesting race. It's up in Abilene, Kansas, and you get a buckle for each distance you hit, starting with a 50K, a 50-mile buckle, a 100K, 100-mile, and so on. So I actually got 3 buckles because I ended up with 83.8 miles, and I got so I got the 50K, the 50-mile, and the 100K buckle. I think we might consider going back. If we do, I'll probably sign up for the 48 hours so I have a chance to get a 100-mile buckle. Again, that was one of the first races where my back really flared up and I had to walk several miles while it was hurting. But so I might have had a chance at 100 otherwise. I was running pretty good until my back was causing some issues. After that, we went into early summer, and starting in June, I started running the Trinity 5000 series. It's a series of 5K races out along the Trinity River in Fort Worth that I've done several years in the past. There's 12 races. I ran in 7 of them this year, and they count your top 8 results for a series award. I placed in several of the races in my age group, not overall, and I ended up getting second in my age group for the series. So that was pretty successful for me. My times were slower than they've been in the past, but it is what it is. On June 8th, I tried to run the Coyote Trail Run. I was signed up for the 25K. It was 2 8-point-whatever-mile loops, or 2 8-mile loops basically. And I finished the first one. It was just really hot, so I actually DNF'd. I did one loop, felt pretty good about the one loop, and then I quit. Then on August 3rd, was when we went to Wisconsin. I ran the Badger 100. Again, I had some back issues, and it actually got really hot during that race. I was thinking in Wisconsin it would be cooler, but we hit over 90 on the first day, and then you went overnight, and the next day was in the 90s as well. So it actually was very hot. The course is not real tough. It's mostly a rails to trails. There was a place where they had to divert this year to go around a tunnel which was closed, and we went off-road, onto a road, and it was very hilly and exposed there, but for the most part it was a very runnable, good course. I finished that race in 32 hours and 47 minutes, so a little slower than I would have hoped, but I was happy to get it done. So counting that in Snowdrop, I think I'm counting that as 200s completed in the year. The next race I tried was the Texas Quad, one of their marathons that happens over Thanksgiving weekend. I really have done that over the years. I go run the Perpetual Motion 24-hour, usually the first weekend in December. So I go to the Texas Quad and run one of those the weekend prior to it as a training run. Well, this year my back, that was the beginning of my back really being bad this last 6 weeks. I went to it and my back was just really bad. I walked the whole time, and I ended up dropping out after 17 miles. But that's what it was. Then I went to Perpetual Motion the first weekend in December. Again, my back was bad. I pretty much only walked. I did 35 miles, a little over 35 miles, and I went for 12 hours. I dropped out early, but that'll count as an ultra finish because it was well over a marathon distance, and you do get an official finish in a fixed time race as long as you do some loops. And then my final race of the year was I went to Snowdrop again. It's officially called Snowdrop 2025, but I was done in 2024. So, but I went out and actually, again, my back was causing me problems, but I was able to manage to do 49 miles the first day, and then the second day it was really flared up, and I only did 21 miles, and then I quit. So I ended up doing 70 miles, not bad. But I can definitely tell that my focus for this year is going to be to get my back healthy and strong again before I even think about doing any more ultras. So that's kind of the plan for right now. Anyway, not a totally bad year. I started the year with 56 completed lifetime marathons and 51 completed lifetime ultras. Now I'm at 56 of each. So not a bad place to be. We're just going to see if I can get myself a little healthier, get my back stronger, and then see what we can do in 2025. Anyway, I'm still had a lot of good times, had a lot of times with friends. I enjoyed working at the running store, the Trailhead Running Supply. I got to do on several group runs and meet new friends. So it was really a pretty good year in general. And I enjoyed interacting with people on the channel for sure. If you want to share some of your experiences from this year, please put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. And other than that, I hope you're having a wonderful day today, and keep moving.